Michelle Yeoh Section 31 is a perfect way for Star Trek to introduce young Picard. Star Trek has always thrived on its ability to balance deep character exploration with high-stakes adventure. With Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, and the expansion of the Kelvin timeline already proving that new narratives can breathe fresh life into a beloved universe. The arrival of Star Trek, Section 31, led by Michelle Yeoh, opens up a tantalizing opportunity. The perfect stage to introduce a young Jean-Luc Picard to a new generation of viewers. Michelle Yeoh's character, Emperor turned agent to antiheroes, brings gravitas to Section 31, the clandestine and morally ambiguous offshoot of Starfleet intelligence. Section 31 has always been Star Trek's exploration of the gray areas in a universe built on ideals, where the utopian veneer of the Federation hides the uncomfortable truths of espionage and survival. It's a playground of moral complexity, the perfect setting to subtly drop hints of a young Picard wrestling with the same questions that would define his later command of the Enterprise. One of the remarkable things about Yeoh's involvement is her ability to anchor stories with nuanced intensity. Her Section 31 isn't just a spy thriller. It's a philosophical playground where loyalty, ethics, and the survival of the Federation collide. Imagine the tension and drama of a young Picard encountering Section 31 for the first time. This wouldn't require him to immediately become a spy or moral philosopher. It could be as simple as a pivotal, morally ambiguous mission that challenges his ideals and sets the foundation for the leader he will eventually become. It's the kind of formative experience that explains why Picard values diplomacy, integrity, and the rules of engagement so fiercely later in life. Timing and context matter. Picard is a man whose moral compass is famously unshakable, but his early years are less explored in canonical media. By placing a young Jean-Luc in a storyline with Section 31, Star Trek can provide context to the moments that forged his principles. Did he first encounter espionage during an internship, an early Starfleet assignment, or a delicate mission that required bending, but not breaking, the rules? Yeoh's Section 31 gives writers the narrative flexibility to explore these origin moments without disrupting the established timeline of TNG. The chemistry between Yeoh and the young actor portraying Picard could also be a game changer. Section 31, by design, tests loyalty and intellect, forcing those who engage with it to question their assumptions. Watching a nascent Picard navigate Yeoh's morally ambiguous universe would provide fans both old and new with a fresh lens on the character. It's more than nostalgia. It's storytelling that enriches the canon by providing context to his famous decisions, from his unwavering defense of the Prime Directive to his refusal to compromise ethics for victory. From a thematic standpoint, a Section 31 narrative naturally complements Picard's arc. Picard is not a man who craves adventure for its own sake. He seeks meaning, understanding, and the right way to act even when the answer is not obvious. Section 31's morally gray missions offer exactly that kind of crucible. If executed properly, interactions between Yeoh's character and young Picard could be both thrilling and enlightening, framing early Starfleet experiences in a light that explains the sophistication and caution of the captain fans know and love. Moreover, the visual and tonal potential is undeniable. Section 31's shadowy operations allow for cinematic storytelling that feels both grounded and epic. The contrast between the secrecy of Section 31 and the openness of the Federation offers a natural tension that can make young Picard's choices feel immediate, personal, and consequential. We can envision high-stakes negotiations, covert operations on exotic worlds, and ethical dilemmas where Picard must choose between his instincts and orders, each one shaping his eventual command philosophy. Crucially, this isn't just fan service. Introducing a young Picard through Section 31 respects the intelligence of the audience. It doesn't reduce the character to a caricature or a nostalgic throwback. Instead, it acknowledges the complexity of Picard's psyche and offers a compelling, high-stakes narrative that stands on its own while enriching the broader Star Trek universe. Fans of TNG would see the seeds of Picard's later greatness. Newcomers would meet a fascinating young officer whose choices are immediate, consequential, and thrilling to watch. In many ways, Michelle Yeoh's Section 31 series is an ideal bridge between Star Trek's past and future. It can appeal to older fans who crave depth and lore while giving new viewers a visually striking, morally complex story that doesn't require decades of franchise knowledge to appreciate. By weaving a young Picard into these narratives, Star Trek gains a layer,